Hey guys, Chad here from Take It or Leave It, here with another recommendation for you for the film The Ugly Stepsister. Here's the synopsis. This film follows Elvira as she battles against her gorgeous stepsister in a realm where beauty reigns supreme. She resorts to extreme measures to captivate the prince amidst a ruthless competition for physical perfection. Alright, with that down, what elevates this film to the point that I'm recommending it to you guys? Well, first things first, I should just say that I'm not a fairy tale guy. I don't get excited about fairy tale films, except for maybe Pan's Labyrinth. That might be the exception. So I say that up front just in case you're the same. Don't let that stop you from seeing this movie. Because while this is clearly a different take on a very well-known fairy tale, in this case Cinderella, a story that we've heard countless times before, this film is extraordinarily clever and a totally drastically different take on the story. Not only does it focus on a different perspective, in this case the perspective of the ugly stepsister Elvira, but the writers incorporate some modern elements that definitely are not a part of the traditional story, such that even if we were getting the film from the perspective of Cinderella, it would still be a dramatically different story than the one we're used to. Point being, at the end of the day, this is a very modern twist on the Cinderella story from a different character's perspective, which all in all makes this feel like a very fresh story. The second reason I'm recommending this film is that this really feels like, at the end of the day, that it was directed by Yorgos Lanthimos with some consultation from David Cronenberg. I'm going to save the Cronenberg part for the third recommendation. Let's stick with Yorgos for now. But yeah, this is a very dark, twisted, ironic, satirical, and very funny at times film. Very much in the vein of Yorgos Lanthimos, who gave us films like The Lobster, The Killing of a Sacred Deer, Poor Things, and my favorite, Dogtooth. And not unlike his films, this film also has characters that I could not stand. And I mean that in the best of ways, really. They are utterly despicable, disgusting, just atrocious people. And yet, I still had some empathy for Elvira somehow. It was a real tightrope to walk with that character, but they won me over. They did a great job. But one of the things that I think allowed for empathy to still exist for this character, Elvira, was the fact that the filmmakers ran her through the freaking ringer. And that brings me to my third reason for recommending this film, which is the body horror. Oh yes, my fellow Cronenberg fans, once you're done watching The Shroud, definitely check out this film, because there is some pretty excruciating body horror at times in this movie. And I say at times because this film is not full of body horror, but it is peppered throughout the film, in particular during the third act, when I almost puked in the middle of the movie, like right in theater, in my lap, almost just upchucked. And that never happens to me. Generally, movies stay with me after the movie, and that's when it really hits me, is when I'm like home by myself or whatever. That's when it really gets to me, but during the movie, I'm generally fine. This time, I'm not kidding. I felt it. I felt it coming up. All I'm going to say is that there's a scene in this film that would give the birthing scene from The Fly a run for its money. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. This film definitely has elements of The Substance, The Favorite, Wicked, Black Swan, and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And if all that sounds interesting to you, then I definitely recommend that you add The Ugly Stepsister to your watch list and give it a shot. But those are just my thoughts. Take it or leave it. What do you guys think? Have you heard of this film? Have you seen it yet? Are there any other movies that you'd compare this to? Let me know down in the comment section. Let's talk about it. And if you enjoyed this video, but you want more information about what's on my watch list, what I'm currently watching, the kind of ratings I'm giving these films, as well as upcoming releases I'm looking forward to, don't forget to follow me on track.tv. My username is TIOLI_reviews. The link is in the description box. Go ahead and click it and start following me on Tracked, and I look forward to seeing you over there. And as usual, guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. Don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Chad from Take It or Leave It, and I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later.
Hey man, get off my case.
Man, chicks don't want to hear that shit.